Hi, I'm Jeanette Pierce with the City Institute, and we're going to do our final segment, segment 3, parks and public spaces. And there are so many parks and public spaces, over 300 of them in the city of Detroit, with all sorts of programming and amazing things to do all year round. So let's jump into it. So first of all, literally the where it all begins, the point of origin is actually located in Campus Martius Park, right in downtown Detroit, just a couple miles from campus. So again, we go to the map, you can see where campus is. You can see there's the Mike Elliott School of Business. So just a quick Q line ride or bus riders or MOGO or just even a nice walk on a nice day is going to get you to downtown Detroit and to Campus Martius Park. So we have amazing programming here like movie nights and music in the park. They also have the beach, which I like to say kids play during the day and grown-ups play at night at the bar part. There's also food there. You can see just the great view that you get. And we don't stop having fun when it becomes cold outside. We just bundle up and party on. So we have an ice skating rink here. And then this is a picture of the one of the biggest events in Detroit, which is the annual tree lighting festival, always in November every year. And Campus Martius turns just 20 years old. This was an ugly intersection with nothing going on. So it has won every single award, including most recently, #1 public square in North America. And if you want to know where 8 Mile Road is 8 miles from, the answer is smack dab in the middle of Campus Martius Park. And that's where everything's measured out from. And then adjacent to that is Cadillac Square right here. And Cadillac Square has amazing food truck rallies at lunchtime, winter market during the winter, and all sorts of cool events like Zumba or yoga or you name it. So, right in the epicenter of downtown are amazing parks. Other ones right around downtown that are a little bit newer. You have Beacon Park, which is just a little bit of ways here, and they do things like volleyball and winter stuff and fall harvest festival, all kinds of things. There's also Grand Circus Park, which is all around by the stadiums, and they have bourbon nights in the park. And this is all in downtown, is managed by the Downtown Detroit Partnership. So amazing, amazing parks right in the central business district. And then just to the east a little bit, we will scooch on over to Eastern Market. And this is the oldest and largest open air market in the entire country. So you look at this picture of the old picture, it doesn't look that different from today, though we've kept all the old stuff and added new things like amazing murals. So the Murals in the Market project festival happened for 5 years in a row. And in that 5 year time, they painted 150 murals. This is one of my favorites. It's by longtime Detroit artist Eliami Dobbles, and it's over on Wilkins near the DeQuinder Cut. But the thing about Eastern Market is actually open every day from midnight to 5 a.m. during the growing season, and that's when the grocery stores do their grocery shopping. But you have amazing food entrepreneurs. You also have lots of great businesses there, like Anthology Coffee or Bert's Marketplace for live music and barbecue. And Vivio's is a famous place. But then, really, if you like to be active, there's lots of ways to be active too, and a lot of them right in Eastern Market. Like there's the Fly House School. Yes, you can actually learn to do all sorts of fun things. There's Jab's Gym over here. And if you're not familiar, they just opened Dino Detroit Climbing a couple years ago. Yes, this is an Eastern Market, people. Check it out. Just adjacent to Eastern Market, and actually you can take the DeQuinder Cut to get there, is the Riverwalk. So we'll get done with our climbing, and we'll head on over just a little bit to the Keep Growing Detroit Farm. We'll walk right by that and we'll enter the DeQuinder Cut right here. And we'll take the DeQuinder Cut. It's this green way all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. You can get on at Gratiot, at Lafayette, at Wilkins, at Mac. And we're going to go all the way down to the very beginning of the DeQuinder Cut. And this is where, oh, I'm going to put a little Google guy here. So I just got to show you. It's so much fun. So this is the beautiful DeQuinder Cut. You can either start in Eastern Market and come down to the Riverwalk, or start at the Riverwalk, go to the Eastern Market. Here you have our Outdoor Adventure Center. And I'm going to do this cool thing that happens when you actually go on Google Street View. We can go back in time. So this is one of my favorite parts about virtual tours. Look at this. before 2009. So yeah, this has been amazingly renovated, and it's a really innovative use of this space for the Outdoor Adventure Center and the DeQuinder Cut, right? So the Riverwalk will eventually be 5.5 miles. We have about 4 miles of it completed right now, with new pieces opening every day, almost literally every day. So you have the DeQuinder Cut, and part of that is the DeQuinder Cut Freight Yard, where they have music and food and beverages, and artist pop-ups and all kinds of events. And then you have Cullen Plaza. So we will scooch over to Cullen Plaza, which is kind of like home base for the Riverwalk. The Riverwalk, GM actually started the very first portion of it right here with the Winter Garden. And then you get Cullen Plaza right here at Rivard, and that has a carousel and bike rentals. Wheelhouse Detroit Bike Rentals does bike tours, bike rentals, and all sorts of great things. They even fix up your bike for you if you need it at the beginning of the season. And then there's Milliken State Park. And Milliken State Park, it brings back all the natural wildlife and some of the wildlife. We've seen beavers even in the Detroit River lately. So it is working to bring back the natural plant life, and then the wildlife comes with that. One of the newer ones is that just opened in 2019, is just down the way here, in Valade Park. So Valade Park, they do awesome stuff all year round. Like they are kicking butt during winter, especially because you don't expect it. But believe me, so much fun. But also during the summer, they have beautiful water space. They got the beach space. They got an indoor area. They got a playground. They got restaurants. They got a bar. They got, you name it, amazing stuff there. And then we'll just keep on going down the Riverwalk, and then you get to Mount Elliott Park. And this is one that a lot of people don't know. So if the other ones are kind of busy, like on a perfect summer day, pop on over to Mount Elliott Park, especially if your have kids or kid at heart, because they got this amazing splash pad. And then the most exciting part is about to open, because this is the last stretch of the East Riverfront that has not been open, but it's opening in the fall of this year of 2023. And then Gable Richard Park has been there for a long time as well, kind of the end or beginning of the Riverwalk. So, and that's only just the beginning, guys, because what comes next is Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Centennial Park opens next year. This is a $75 million park. It's going to be one of the most amazing parks in the entire country. It is currently under construction, and that is going to be literally on the opposite side of where Gable Richard Plaza is, over here, and just south of Corktown. And then it's going to connect to Joe Louis Greenway, which there's already pieces of it that have already been completed, like the DeQuinder Cut and the Southwest Greenway, and they have this part up by Grand River. But this is a 27.5-mile greenway that is going to connect through Hamtramck, Highland Park, and even kind of touch on the border of Dearborn over here. So these are some amazing public spaces that are just imminent and almost finished, that we are going to be so excited to try out when that happens. Then we have our two largest parks in the entire city, Belle Isle and Rouge Park. Now, Belle Isle is amazing. Gets all this attention, and it deserves it, right? It's in the water. It's 983 acres, and we're going to zoom over here to see it. And it has the Dawson Great Lakes Museum. It has the Belle Isle Nature Zoo, which just had a big upgrade. It has sports spaces like cricket and soccer and basketball and softball and baseball and kickball. It has amazing views, and it's 983 acres. It also has a beach, if you didn't know. And yes, it's actually great to swim in. And look at this. Look at these views that you get at the beach at Belle Isle. All right. So absolutely amazing. But guess what? Rouge Park is even bigger. Yeah, it's 1,100 acres to the 983 acres that Belle Isle is. And we're going to zoom all the way over there. We're going to come out here. This is as far west on the west side as you can get. So what you do is you can take the Grand River bus out here. That'll get you pretty close. And in Rouge Park, you kind of feel like, and there's places where you feel like you're in the Upper Peninsula. Like, look at this beautiful little path. There's a stone bridge, for heaven's sakes. There's horses. There's a splash pad. I mean, look at this. Where do you think this is? Where, if someone just showed you a picture, would you say that's in Detroit? Or you say, oh, that's up north, Upper Peninsula, in our city. So you can go hiking, you can go trail biking, you can do all sorts of things. And they have 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools and a whole bunch of stuff at Rouge Park. Plus, there's another 300 city-run parks, because none of the ones I've mentioned so far until Rouge Park were actually owned and operated by the city. So Riverfront Conservancy is a great nonprofit, and Belle Isle has the Belle Isle Conservancy in the state, and DDP does a lot of the downtown ones. And the city's been investing very heavily in neighborhood parks and parks around the city, from Clark Park and Riverside Park to little neighborhood ones that are really great for neighborhood kids and families to use. So this is just scratching the surface, as we've been doing this whole time. But if nothing, you remember nothing from any of this, we always want to leave you with the why Detroit answer, which is that we have all the big city amenities, but we still have a sense of community. And we say that Detroit is big enough to matter in the world and small enough for you to matter in it. So please don't be a stranger. Check out our resources page. Come on another tour, book us for something. Take advantage of Wayne State programs and get out in the city. And we'll see you in Detroit real soon.